Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wahakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved under Brother Caleb from the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp. Back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. I always like to open by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites, and the real Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we as a people have been scattered among all nations throughout our various captivities. But if your seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible that was named Israel, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you may look like, because Numbers 1 and 18 tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So I've got an article here from The Guardian. It says, woman jailed for life after murdering parents and living with bodies in Essex. It says Virginia McCullough, 36, kept bodies of her father and mother in house for 4 years after their deaths. It says it's a woman who murdered her parents and lived with their bodies for 4 years has been jailed for life with a minimum term of 36 years. Now, automatically there we can stop the article and we can see that an error in judgment has proceeded here, because according to the Bible, the law says that whosoever smiteth his mother or his father, or her mother or her father, will surely be put to death. That's an automatic death sentence right there. To smite your father or your mother is a sin unto death. So it says, but they're giving her 36 years minimum term, life minimum 36 years. Virginia McCullough, 36, poisoned her father, John McCullough, 70, with prescription medication that she crushed and put into his alcoholic drinks, the prosecutor Lisa Wilding KC told Chelmsford Crown Court. She then murdered her mother, Lois McCullough, 71, the following day. The barrister said McCullough beat her mother with a hammer and stabbed her multiple times in the chest with a kitchen knife bought for this purpose. Oh my gosh. It's brutal. Both murders took place in June 2019 at the couple's home in Great Baddow, Essex, where the defendant continued to live with her parents' dead bodies for the next 4 years. McCullough built a makeshift tomb for her father, who had worked as a university lecturer at Anglia Ruskin University, ruling toward Chelmsford Crown Court. The rectangular tomb was found in a room that had been Mr. McCullough's bedroom study and was composed with masonry blocks stacked together. It was covered with multiple blankets and a number of pictures and paintings over the top, Wilding said. She concealed the body of her mother wrapped in a sleeping bag within a wardrobe in her mother's bedroom on the top floor of the property, the barrister said. The murders were uncovered after her parents' GP raised concerns over missed appointments, and police forced entry to the home on 15th of September 2023. For years, McCullough told lies about their whereabouts, frequently telling doctors and relatives her parents were unwell, on holiday, or away on lengthy trips. Body cam footage of the arrest showed police forcing entry to the property before confronting McCullough in the hallway where she confessed to her crimes. In reference to the arrest, she told officers, "I did know that this would come eventually. It's proper that I serve my punishment." She added, "Cheer up, at least you caught the bad guy." McCullough gave a detailed account to officers in custody after her arrest of how she killed her parents. When telling officers where the murder weapon was, she said the knife used to stab her mother was underneath the stairs and said it will still have blood on it. It rusted, but it will still have blood traces on it. She told police she had had to build up gumption to kill her mother, as I knew I had to get it done. Detective Superintendent Robert Kirby of Essex Police said Virginia McCullough murdered her parents in cold blood, adding she was an intelligent manipulator who lied about almost every aspect of her life. Wilding said the defendant had been thinking about killing her parents since March 2019 and had been planning for it, and that she had not been employed for many years. Statements were read on behalf of McCullough's siblings, who have been granted anonymity by the judge. One said they'd been left devastated and bereft at the deaths of their parents. To me, this situation quite literally is a living nightmare from which I will never wake up, they wrote. The haunting thoughts of whether my parents suffered and if they were taunted. Another said they felt sick to my core every day. We have been cruelly robbed of more loving memories and bonds with our mum and dad for years to come, they added. How dare Virginia rob us of that life? So many lies have been told to cover the horrific truth that she had murdered our loving mum and dad. The prosecutor said the defendant engaged in ongoing gambling and spent 21,193 transactions related to gambling between 1st of June 2018 and 14th of September 2023. Wilding said McCullough made arrangements to ensure that she continued to enjoy the benefit of pensions that continued to be paid into her parents' names after their deaths. The prosecutor said McCullough benefited from 59,664 and a penny from the state pensions and 76,334.58 from McCullough's teachers' pensions between 18th of June 2019 and 15th of September 2023. Wilding said money appeared to have been frittered away, and the investigation has not revealed any expenditure on expensive luxury or extravagant items. Richard Butcher, Lewis McCullough's brother, said in the victim's impact statement that his niece was very dangerous and that the details of what had happened had undermined my faith in humanity. The judge, Mr. Justice Johnson, said McCullough's actions were a gross violation of the trust that should exist between parents and their children. She said she was sure the events involved a substantial degree of both premeditation and planning, as McCullough had accumulated a large amount of prescription drugs and bought a knife in May 2019, as well as implements to crush and separate tablets. They were considered acts of aggression. Following the months of thought and planning, the judge said. Sentencing Ms. McCullough, he said, I'm sure a substantial motive for each of the murders was to stop your parents discovering you had been stealing from them and lying to them to take money that was intended for them. And that's the end of the article. So this is a real gross crime. And the scriptures have a lot to say about the issues like this, but this is a reflection of the society that we live in, because we live in a very savage world where the laws of the Bible aren't being upheld, so therefore crimes like this are committed. Let's get some precepts. Exodus 21:15 says, And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. Jumping down to Exodus 21:17, And he that curseth his father or mother shall surely be put to death. So first of all, laying your hands on your mother or your father is a death sentence according to the law of the Bible. Not only that, simply cursing your mother or your father is also a death sentence according to the law of the Bible. And that's the law that's not being upheld in this world, which is why you've got crimes like this being committed and wrong judgment proceeding as a result of it. This is Exodus 20 and 12. Honour thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee. So we're supposed to give honour unto our mother and our father so that our days on the land can be long. Excuse me. Matthew 15 and verse 4 says, For the Most High commanded, saying, Honour thy father and thy mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. So the Bible's quite clear on things like this. Jumping down to verse This is Sirach chapter 3 and verse 4. And he that honoureth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoureth his father shall have joy of his own children. When he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. He that honoureth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother. Verse 7. He that feareth the Lord will honour his father, and will do service unto his parents as to his masters. Verse 8. Honour thy father and mother in both word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of the children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. Sirach 7 and 27 says, Honour thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Yeah, man, that's a brutal crime that was committed by that woman. But again, this judgment of the Lord. It's the judgment of the Lord. The Lord can use a spirit created for vengeance to bring judgment on a person, and then bring judgment on the person who committed the crime. So ultimately, she hasn't escaped from the crime she's done. She's still going to have to pay for it. But it's just a sign that the society that we live in does not uphold the laws of the Bible, and an error in judgment goes forth, which is why you've got such wickedness taking place on the earth. So yeah, it's a pretty grim story, man. But yeah, Lord's willing, that was an edifying lesson. So with that, giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, HaKadosh. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. And I will catch you in the next video, Lord willing. Shalom for now.